Hi and welcome to the Arsenal Circle. Here to talk to you today about the latest fixture between Arsenal and Newcastle United. A Premier League thriller, first versus third. A very, very entertaining game, but a very disappointing result for Arsenal. I will go into this match into great detail. But I'm going to start off with the starting 11 now. We started off with the same starting 11 that we played Brighton with. And, you know, it was a good starting 11 when we played Brighton, so you hopefully expect it's going to be the same thing today. Zinchenko playing again, and Nketiah obviously playing again. And I was pretty happy with the starting 11, and I think that was a good thing that we kept it for once. We've been changing it the last couple of weeks. It was good to have some consistency. Sorry, not last couple of weeks, last couple of match weeks, of course. A couple of weeks ago was the World Cup, but you know what I mean. But yeah, let's go straight into it, because the first, I'd say, first 5 minutes we were really dominant, but the first 30 minutes we were in control of the match. 2 yellow cards within that first 30 minutes for Newcastle United. I will get into it because there was 9 yellow cards in total. A very, very rowdy game. But yes, we definitely had control in the first 30 minutes, and it kind of died down after then. It was a bit 50-50 after that, and the game definitely got more aggressive. But going into halftime, I mean, I know I haven't talked much about the first half there. I've really briefly gone over it. What I will say is there some initial chances in that first half. I think if we got a goal in that first 30 minutes, we're looking in a really good position to go ahead and get 1 or 2 more, because they will have to come forward and come at us. We needed an early goal in this match, and you could see it more and more throughout the match that we needed an early goal. Realistically, and I think it was crucial that we got one in that first 30 minutes. But yeah, in the first 5 minutes, as I say, we had 5 shots in the first 6 minutes. We were really all over them. But again, we just couldn't seem to get one in. It's very similar to the whole match. The whole story will be that we couldn't get one in. But yeah, going into halftime, I was quite confident that we could still go ahead. But I was a bit nervy. About Newcastle. And we came out at half-time. We came out straight away. We did the same thing as the first half, and we were all over them for 5 minutes, and it died down. It was really unfortunate to see that, though, because we really looked like we could have gone on and scored a goal. I mean, throughout the whole match, we could have gone on and scored a goal. It's really disappointing that we didn't. Obviously, shout out to Newcastle, because I'm going to choose to talk about them now, because I think we have to talk about them quite early for us to understand what went wrong with Arsenal. Newcastle's defence was just incredible, man. I mean, look at the rating. Shea gets Footmob's man of the match. I think Trippier got it on the official Premier League app. But, it could have easily been Burn as well. It could have been any of them. Pope had a really good game. The Newcastle defence was brilliant, and the way they played football, they were very, very defensively. There were 7 players behind the ball at all times, the front 3 being the only 3 players that weren't. But majority of the time, they were as well. It was very, very defensive. It was very sit back and pray that they score a set piece goal. That's what it felt like. And as a viewer, that was really frustrating to see, because we were putting the ball in so many great areas, but we just couldn't get anything from it because they were playing so defensively. And that's not a slander at Newcastle, because obviously they played really well and their defence was really good this match. I just think Arsenal need to do better next time to break down this defence. I think maybe, Nketiah actually played a very, very good game, but maybe if that was Gabriel Jesus with a bit more silk, he would have got it past the defender and got it in. But I actually did want to mention that. I'm surprised his rating is that low, because he played a really, really brilliant match and a crucial role in our attack. But let's talk about it for a second, because some of the spins that he was doing, some of the chances he was creating, some of the balls that were being played through to him, he was just in so many open spaces, there when you needed him. It was a brilliant performance all round from Nketiah, but what we lacked is someone with conviction, someone to actually get the ball in the net. And I think that's what we've been lacking with Jesus towards the later parts of last year, is he just hasn't been getting the ball in the net. He's been doing all the right things but scoring, and it's becoming a bit of a worry. I do think we need a João Felix, someone like that, in the January transfer window, someone that's just going to get us some goals. Because on another day we win this match. I don't think there was any point in this match where I thought Newcastle were going to win it. I was a bit shaky at certain points. Obviously with their corners, all their players were taller than ours, so that was a bit difficult. But I don't think there was any point where I think Newcastle were actually going to win it. So that's why I think that, with the right striker, we go on and we win this match. I just think it was quite unfortunate, and Nketiah is definitely a brilliant striker, and it's crazy how much he's improved, and I think all the headlines should be about him because he was brilliant today, but just lacked that conviction in the final third. But yeah, let's talk about the second half now, because the second half, again, we started off with that fire, that intensity in the first 5 minutes, as I said, but then it became back and forth duel from roughly the 60th minute, I'd say. And it became a battle of us just trying to break down the Newcastle defence and Newcastle getting that occasional counter-attack. But the problem with how Newcastle played today, and I believe they could have won it if they were just that little bit less defensive. They put more players going forward, because they only had 3 players going forward at all times. We had 5 back. You're not going to win a 3 versus 5. 3 versus 6 if you include the keeper. And we were just able to shut down their attack really easily. I mean, look at Callum Wilson, a 5.9 rating for him. Only a 7 for Almiron, which is relatively low for his standards. And Joe Linton only getting that high rating because of his work in the midfield. He did pretty well there. But nothing, their attack did not do much. It was not that influential. Again, this comes down to the point where I didn't feel like at any point when Newcastle were going to go on and win this match, let alone score. So it just became one of those things where we were breaking them down. They were trying to get something on the counter or a set piece of some sorts, a corner. And we go into added time. We're all fired up. It gets really, really rowdy. And the moment I want to talk about is, of course, in the 95th minute when it was a handball. Let's be real here. You can't say that that's not a handball. It's impacted the ball and his hand is out like this. He's hit his hand here. It's a handball, for me at least. The referee didn't even care. He was like, no, it's not a handball. VAR have looked at it, and they were pretty quick saying that's not a handball, even though it's hit his hand. I don't know if they were. I mean, surely they've seen that it's a handball, and they've said that was apparently a natural position. I don't think it is. I think it's a penalty, and that's really. It's not good enough, because that could be the title taken away from us. We don't know that yet. At least from a Newcastle perspective, they're thinking they're still in the race because they've drawn this match. But I'm not worried about Newcastle for the title. Maybe I'll be wrong. I just think it's very disappointing. I was very disappointed with the ref in general today. Let's talk about the ref for a minute, because there were so many chances and moments where Arsenal players were being fouled, especially in the first half, that I thought should have been given as a yellow card. Even in the second half, there was a lot of opportunities to be given out yellow cards that he just didn't. And I know, and I'm saying that with there being 9 yellow cards in the match, but there should have been more. This match was really a rowdy match. We were going at it. The managers were fuming. The crowds were having an all-out war. I got to give big props to the Newcastle crowd, because they were brilliant. There was a lot of shirts off in the Newcastle crowd, I won't lie. But they were a good crowd. I do think that the Arsenal crowd in the first half could have been a bit better, I won't lie. Emirates has definitely got a better atmosphere than that. But we did pick it up in the second half. But yeah, it's just a really disappointing result. I think we could have done a lot better in this match. Mick Arteta's, he's done well. He's done well in terms of the tactics and how we played this match, how we managed this match. Very calm in defence, very calm going forward. When attack didn't go our way, we didn't lose our heads. We kept calm, we played it back, and we went again. But the one criticism I have of Mick Arteta, and I've had this criticism for quite a while in a lot of matches, we have 5 substitutes in the Premier League. Ben White's coming off for Tomiyasu, and that's it. Why is that our only substitution? I mean, let's have a look at our bench here. We got the options. We got Marquinhos, we got Lokonga, we got Vieira, we got Elneny, We got this geez, don't know him, he's not coming on, obviously. Tierney, Holding, Turner. Okay, so this bench, right? Vieira can come on, I reckon, for Odegaard. Odegaard looked a bit tired at the end. I think Marquinhos could have done a job. Why not? Why not just try something? Why? What is the worst thing that's... We're not going to concede if we bring on Marquinhos. We're not going to concede if we bring on Vieira. We got a chance at scoring. Just change it up. I think we should have. Maybe Tierney can come on for Zinchenko at the end, but I will say Zinchenko is playing very nicely. Just give it a go. I don't understand why we don't, because we have five substitutions and we've got 90 minutes of a football match. Why not try and change it up? Someone give me a reason. I don't know why we don't try and change it up there. That's my one criticism, because I seriously think maybe Marquinhos pulls out a masterclass and scores. Why not? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, maybe he doesn't, but the worst thing that happens if he doesn't is we're in the same place that we would if he does. And I know we got to keep faith in the players on the pitch, and the players on the pitch were playing really well. But I just think if what we're doing is not working, we kept doing the same thing throughout the match. Let's change it up a bit. Bring on someone like a Marquinhos, like a Fabio Vieira, like a Kieran Tierney, and just give it a go. Because while Saka and Martinelli were very threatening in the attack, they were posing a threat every time they were on the ball. And there were some moments where you're just like, this is brilliance from these two. There was never a moment where they looked like they were going to score. And that is the crucial thing. We didn't look like we were going to score. And we didn't. Neither team looked like they were going to score. Neither team did score. And that's the problem for both teams. I think both teams are going to be coming out of this match thinking we didn't look like we were going to score at all. We had opportunities, but there was never a moment where I thought, yes, it's going in. There was never a moment. Even that Nketiah chance near the end, just something, man. There's something about it. I just didn't feel it. And I don't know why. I don't know why that was, and maybe that's just me being weird. But yeah, great performance from Newcastle's defence. I have to applaud them, but they did have a 12th man in the referee. I don't want to be salty because it's not the reason we didn't win this match, but it's one of the reasons we didn't get 3 points. But we can't just look at that, because if you just look at that in football, you're gonna blame all your moments on that. And I know I'm rambling right now, but we also have to look at Mikel Arteta not bringing on substitutions. I think he should be criticised for that. But we again we have to look at the lack of conviction in the box. We should have got a goal. Hopefully, this isn't going to put players like Mudryk off. I really don't think it will. Mudryk will probably be posting that we're still top of the league. I'd love him at Arsenal. I'd love João Felix. I think we really need a player like João Felix on that 6-month loan. The money they're offering is a lot, though. Anyway, I am really, really waffling now. Let me know what you thought about the match in the comment section down below. Do you think that this is a fair result? Am I right to criticise Arteta? Was the referee bad? Let me know all of that in the comment section down below. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the review. And thank you for watching. Goodbye.